It's me, Carmine DeStefano, the Bookman. And I've just seen Thor Ragnarok. That's why I'm doing this review, and I'm in plain clothes, or casual wear, if you will. And what do I think of Thor Ragnarok? Well, I want to get through a couple of things first. First and foremost, I saw some trailers, a couple I really don't give a shit about. The two that were most noteworthy, one was the Justice League trailer, which I was shocked. I mean, I get it that it's a Universal theater, and I don't mean Universal Studios, it's a Universal theater, but we're watching a Marvel movie and you're going to show a DC movie? Man, things have changed time and time and everything. But yeah, the Justice League movie looks like shit. I pity all the people, including my friend Beer Bong Jin, who I actually saw. We actually hung out for the first time. My friend Beer Bong Jin and I, who live 10 minutes from each other, we finally bucked up and hung out together tonight, and it's the first time in like 5 years. So that was really good. But he's gonna go see it, and that's a bullet he can put in his mouth by himself. I'm not taking it for him. There is no way I would see that idiotically over-the-top movie that does absolutely nothing but takes ridiculous cinematography and slows it down to make it even worse. There's no way I would see that movie. Especially since it seems as though that not only does Aquaman have long black hair and a beard and tattoos all over his body, because DC loves their tattoos in their cinematic universes, but he also seems to be talking ghetto. I don't know when that started happening. By the way, who's Aquaman again? You never introduced him other than a picture. Oh yeah, who's the Flash again? He only shows up in dream sequences. Oh yeah, who's this cyborg guy? He never showed up before. So how are you just throwing them all together? Anyway, and then there of course was the Star Wars Dark or Last Jedi, which is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen. And any of you people that call yourself Star Wars fans that want to see this stupid piece of shit, where everyone's a wizard and everyone just wants to kill people and make themselves dark, you're a fucking moron. Anyway, now that we've gone through that, let's go into the movie itself, Thor Ragnarok. There's a lot going on with this. The movie itself is, if you're a movie fan and you're an action fan, and especially if you're a Marvel fan, you've got to see this movie. Technically, it is not without its flaws by any stretch. But the first 10 minutes and the final battle, not only is it godlike comic book action personified in live action, but it's got Led Zeppelin's Immigrant Song in the background. So that was just, that charged me up. That was amazing. Then you get to the actual movie aspects. And there are a few things as a mythology buff and a comic buff that I don't like at all. Don't like. I'm not going to tell you what they are. If you have any questions, if you see the movie afterwards, because I'm not going to give anything away, but if you see the movie afterwards and you have any questions about, especially the mythology thing, you come to me. I am your mythology man, along with your bookman. So you come to me if you have any questions about mythology. But when it comes to the actual comic aspects of the mythology and how it's represented, you can come to me with that one too, because I know a lot about the Thor comics, because I know a lot about the mythology. But there were things about the character and the movie itself that bothered me, but it is swallowed by the amazing visuals and the incredible action. The only thing I would have to say as a movie itself is we're talking about Thor, and we're talking about Thor Ragnarok, we're talking about the end of the world. And although they got the manner in which Ragnarok would come about, they got it somewhat right. They're missing elements. Although they did, and they also added some elements, changed some elements, but although they did kind of, it's too comical. There's just too much joking around going on. There really is. When she's on the screen, it gives you that breath of fresh air and seriousness. Legitimate, end of the world seriousness that you need. She is awesome. But when she's not on the screen, it's like 90% jokes. And for me, for Thor, who also is now speaking more like he's been hanging out with Earthlings too much, and none of that fantasy speech that that Thor still to this day in the comics speaks in, when she's not on the screen, it's like, it gets too much with the humor sometimes. It does. And at times you sort of forget what's the enormity of the situation, which in a movie called Thor Ragnarok, you need to understand the enormity of the situation. So all the Asgard scenes and the Hell scenes, those are all what you would expect from a Thor Ragnarok movie. But the actual Thor scenes, which is pretty ironic, the actual Thor scenes are too comical at times. Too comical. So that's the only problem, is that it's just a lot of joking going around. And it's not, I guess because they don't have Jane Foster's crew as the comic relief, they sort of made like Thor's experiences as the comic relief, but that's not what it's supposed to be. So that I think I can complain about a little bit, that they made it too comical at times. But aside from that, like I said, the actual battle scenes and everything, the combat scenes, they're amazing. They're everything you want from a comic book movie. So yeah, definitely, if you're a Marvel fan, if you're a comic book movie fan, you gotta see this movie. You have to. Just again, for the thrill ride. You're gonna have to kind of lower your IQ a bit, but just for the thrill ride, except when she's on screen, just for the thrill ride, you really should do yourself a favor and see this movie. It's not, again, it's not Guardians of the Galaxy, it's not technically phenomenal type, no, but it's the best Thor movie. There's no doubt about that one, and I like the first one. Second one, meh. The first one I like. This is definitely the best Thor movie. So really, it's what you would expect from Thor. So even I can sort of get over some of the changes that they've made, and if I can get over it, you can get over it. Thank you all for watching. I have more for you soon to come, so stay tuned, take care, and have a great day.